Hey friends, John Duncan here. You know, one of the questions that comes up a lot is what does financial security even look like? I mean, we live in a crazy world where the stock market's all over the place, where, tensions around the world just seem to, ebb and flow like the tide. So, what does security even look like these days? And I'm going to answer that by looking at think about if you were to go buy like your a dream car, like a maybe it's a Ferrari or a Tesla or whatever, and you take it off the lot, but realize that you forgot to call your insurance agent. And so you're driving around with no insurance whatsoever. And when you think of financial security, like real security, it is the same as that car having full insurance, full coverage, say zero deductible. Uh, you wreck it, it gets stolen, whatever. You're able to simply get a different one because insurance is, you've transferred the risk of loss, even bodily injury, if you were in an accident or happened to injure someone else, you've transferred that risk to an insurance company. You're not carrying the risk with you. And when we think about real financial security, it basically boils down to just a few areas. Number one, what would happen if you were no longer able to work, be it by disability, illness, or death? In those three scenarios, if your income or an income stream would continue to provide for yourself if you're around, or for your loved ones if you're not, uh, that is pretty high level security. Secondly, financial security is knowing that you're above, if you will, the stock markets and the whims of the economy, meaning that you're not counting on a lot of unknowns to make your next house payment or your next electric payment, that you've basically risen above that rat race, if you will. So total unsecurity, lack of security is running by the seat of your pants and assuming all risk of that situation. Uh, where total security would be you've positioned everything in such a way that no matter what happens, your family and yourself go on. And when that is done, what's really interesting is this, that because you're not coming from a vulnerable position, when things do go bad in the economy, in your life, you can actually, in a lot of cases, turn it into an opportunity because you're coming from a place of strength, not a place of weakness. And the hardest thing, this topic right here is one of the hardest areas that I have to discuss with especially A-type personality clients who are, that's what got them to a high level of success. But what they have to accept is to keep that success long term and create the kind of financial security that those that they love and that are counting on them, requires them to step back for a moment and allow, for things to be put in place, for strategy to be put in place that secures what they've put together. Just like that car driving off the lot, it makes absolutely zero sense to have no insurance, even to go out with no seatbelt on. Just, that's not financial security or, personal security. And a lot of times to get to the top, you had to take a lot of risk, to get there. And you might be almost bulletproof mentally, which is great when building a business and a career. But it's like that old saying, your greatest strength is your greatest weakness. Sometimes that drive, that fearlessness doesn't make any sense on the other side, and it doesn't create any real security. Because one thing I know for sure, and we all know it, but it's something that I have to share with clients quite a bit, is there will be a day, by choice or by, outside force, if you will, that you won't be able to go as hard. You won't be able to uh, create at the level you're currently creating. And again, it's by choice or by circumstance, it will change. So while times are good, while you're producing, that is the time to really set the foundation for permanent security. And that involves transferring some of the financial risk, transferring some of the market risk, all these different things that are available often are overlooked by high achievers who are fearless. They've been trained to be fearless because they couldn't do what they do, being fearful. But to be smart with their money, they have to not really be fearful, but they need to understand. They need to be fearless at creating financial security. Just like at that car dealer, calling the insurance agent, getting insurance on that vehicle before you leave from the premises, before you even start the car. Same is true as you're going through and you're going up the economic pyramid. So with that, hope you're having a great Monday, and I'll talk to you soon. This is John Duncan. Thank you. Hope you got something